I'm not getting this. Yeah. So in the last session, we assign the GL account and we specify the document type for depreciation, right? And we specify that how to round off the value of the depreciation after calculating the depreciation. And we provide the derivation rules, means to update the values from the cost center to profit centers. That is also we specified. Now, depreciation key. What is depreciation key? Depreciation key means method plus percentage. Method plus percentage. Method plus percentage. Which method? Straight line method or WDV? Plus percentage, whether it is 5 or 10 or how, whatever. So here, 1 second. We have to assign the depreciation key in the asset master. So we have to tell the system what is the method I want to follow, what is the percentage, how much percentage I want to follow. That I have to specify to the into the asset master. So to create the depreciation key, so there are 4 valuation methods. Okay. So first we have to define the 4 valuation method. Then these 4 valuation method we have to assign into the depreciation key. Then this depreciation key we can assign into the asset to master. This is step by step. Okay. So finally, what is depreciation key? By using the this depreciation key we assign into the asset to master. By using the depreciation key, I can tell the system this is the method I want to follow, whether it is straight line or WDV, and this is the percentage I want to follow, 5% or 10% or whatever. Okay. So that is about depreciation key. And again, before you create the depreciation key, we have to define some valuation methods. Let me explain that one by one. Okay. First, we have to define the base method. What is base method? Suppose your asset, by using the base method, you are going to tell the system once life of an asset is over, you won't calculate the depreciation on the asset? No, right? That you have to tell the system. Suppose asset acquisition value is 1 lakh rupees and rate of depreciation is 5%. Okay. So you keep on calculating the depreciation every year 5% on the acquisition value. So after 20 years, whatever. Okay. So you keep on deducting the depreciation. Then after that, the asset acquisition value becomes 0 or not? Is it? So once asset value becomes 0, you want to calculate the depreciation? No, right? So that you have to define through base method. By using the base method, you are going to tell the system once asset acquisition value becomes 0, there is no calculation of depreciation. Okay. So this base method we have to assign into the depreciation key. Okay. So first let me show you in the system how this base method. Asset depreciation key, valuation methods, depreciation key. So before before you create the depreciation key, okay, we have to maintain the calculation methods. So these are the 4 calculation method: base method, okay, and declining balance method, multi-level method, period control method. Then these 4 methods I have to assign into the depreciation key. Okay, so now first define base method. We have system defined base method. This I can directly assign into the depreciation key. Let me show you which base method we are going to follow. There are so many base method, but we have to use normal in India Z014. Means ordinary explicit percentage, means of once life of an asset is over, there is no calculation of depreciation. So it is already predefined. Okay. So by using this Z014, you tell the system there is no calculation of depreciation once life of an asset is over. Okay. So this Z014 I can assign into the depreciation key directly. Okay. So this is about base method. Then next is declining balance method. Declining balance method also we don't use in India. Okay, let me show you. Here, actually, we have to assign this Z01 into the depreciation key. We don't follow any decimal factor maximum percentage. What is this decimal factor maximum percentage? Anyway, we are not going to use in India. Let me show you the example of other. Why they use this decimal factor maximum percentage? How much it is decimal factor? 2, maximum percentage 20. Why they are considering this, you know? Decimal factor 2 percentage, maximum percentage 20. Here, asset acquisition value, how much? 1 lakh. Rate of depreciation is 5%. Okay, here, what is the maximum percentage? 20. 20 by 5. Maximum percentage by rate of depreciation 5. How much? 4. What is 4? This is 4 years. Okay, first 4 years. Okay, first 4 years, we have to take the decimal factor. Okay, what is 2% again? So, first 4 years, how you found out? By using 20 by 5, you found the 4 years. Okay, these 4 years, for the first 4 years, 1 lakh into 5%, how much actually? 5,000 rupees. But I'm not going to take 5,000. I deduct the 2%. So in 5,000, actually 1 lakh into 5,000, 1 lakh into 5%, 5,000. I'm not going to take 5,000. In 5,000, I will take 98% only. I'll reduce the 2%, 98%. How much? 1 lakh into 5% into 98%, how much? 4,900. I'm taking only 98 means what? 2% I'm deducting. And from 5th year onwards, 1 lakh into 5,000. Why? Why for the first 4 years, we are showing the less depreciation. So we are showing the less depreciation only, right? For the first 4 years, instead of showing 100% 5,000 depreciation, I am showing 98% of the 5,000. That is 4,000 by 900. Why I'm going to show that for the first 4 years? In some countries, in case of new asset, for the first few years, since the machine is new, so there is a less depreciation. Comparatively, for the first few years, the machine is in good condition, right? So they want to show the less depreciation. Okay, but in India, we don't follow because who will ready to show this less depreciation? If they will show the less depreciation, what happened?
It will increase the profit.
Exactly. Very good. So we can show the less depreciation, it increases the profit. So again, tax is more. who is ready to show this? We don't follow this method, but some countries they follow. See, the SAP, how you have to imagine, no, SAP is a global package. According to all the country requirements, they have to give the product. So they have given, they consider all the country specific requirement and they are giving this SAP product. Okay. So we don't follow this method in India. Okay. So which method we follow? This one.
Straight line method.
No. Straight line method means this is no decimal factor, no maximum percentage. For the first few years, I'm from the first year onwards, I want to show the same full depreciation 100%. That is called decimal factor maximum percentage. We don't follow this method. So this also you have to specify in the depreciation key. System will come to know, okay, there is no decimal factor maximum percentage. So it will calculate the depreciation 100% on the 5,000 means it will show the 5,000. 2,000 means it will show the 2,000 rupees. This we have to specify into the system. Okay, which is about declining balance method. Now, define multi-level method. New entries. Create one multi-level method. What is our chart of N16, right? I'll create N11. Straight line method. Validity start date. Normally there are so many validity start date from which date you want to calculate the depreciation. Okay. So ordinary depreciation start date, the date when you are going to use an asset. That is the meaning. The date, capitalization date means purchase date, acquisition date. There are sometimes there is a gap between the purchasing date and the using date, right? So normally in India we calculate the asset from which date we are using the asset. Ordinary depreciation start date. The date when you are going to use, from the date you want to calculate the depreciation. So I created N11 as straight line method. Straight line method means we have to tell the system what is the base value of the calculation of depreciation, right? So that you have to specify here. First save it. Then go for levels. Here. Okay, you may think, okay, this is a 2021. Okay, so if I give 2021 acquisition year, okay, so system will calculate the asset which you purchased on only on 2021. This is not right, right? So you want the system to calculate the depreciation on all assets which you purchased in any year, right? You may purchase in previous year and this year, in the future year. You want the system to calculate on all years. So in this case, in order to calculate the depreciation on all assets, you have to give 9999. which may be any year. Okay, suppose if you specify, can you expect that how many years of experience, how many years you want to calculate the depreciation? We can't know, we don't know, right? You can't specify 2 years, 3 years. How long you want to calculate the depreciation, you can't specify at the beginning. So just give 999 so that system can, you are allowing the system to calculate the depreciation n number of years till how long the acquisition value is there in the books of accounts. Okay, so here periods, how many months you want to follow in a year. For 1 year you want to follow 12 months, as usual 12 months. Okay, base value, the straight line method is always calculated on the acquisition value. The base value is always acquisition value, right? In case of WDV, 1 lakh minus
5,000. 1 lakh minus 5,000, like that.
Every time one, suppose 1 lakh minus 10,090. Again next year you will take 90,000.
Yeah.
Third year you will take 80,000. So that is WDV. So here this is acquisition value. Percentage 5 or 6, how much you want. Okay, so this is remaining life reduction. Let me explain this. Okay, this reduction, we don't follow this method in India. Yeah, reduction means what, 1 lakh is the acquisition value. The estimated scrap value you are expecting after few years when asset became old. That time you are expecting, if you sell that asset, you are expecting scrap value how much? 1,000 rupees. You are expecting the scrap value of an asset in the future is 1,000. 1 lakh minus 1,000, 99,000. So from now onwards, you are calculating the depreciation 99,000. That is called reduction. So you are reducing the scrap value from the acquisition value. You are taking the base value, this value, 99,000. But in India, we don't use that. Okay, don't need to follow this reduction. In case any reduction amount is there, you have to specify here. Here, but we don't follow. Okay, then remaining life. What is this remaining life? Remaining life. Yeah, this is, we can use this option at the time when you are uploading the assets from non-SAP system to new SAP system. Okay, now, so now onwards, you are purchasing the asset from, suppose 2021 SAP got installed in your client server. From 2021 onwards, they are ready to use the SAP. From now onwards, they are purchasing the any asset means that is not a problem. But there are some assets which we are uploading from non-SAP system to SAP. Non-SAP system, that is a system which using by the your client, old system. Okay, so when you are uploading from non-SAP to SAP, there are some assets, right? What is that asset? You already calculated some depreciation for few years in an old system, right? In this case, we use this option, remaining life. This is when we use first time when you are uploading assets from non-SAP to SAP. We use this option, but we don't use this option now. From now onwards, your client is using SAP system. From 2021 onwards, he is purchasing some asset means for them, no need to select this option. This is the option we have to use at the time of uploading master data, asset master data from non-SAP to SAP. Why how to use this? We are going to tell the system how many years till we have to calculate the depreciation for the old assets. Say, for example, okay, you purchased an asset 2004. Your client purchased an asset 2004. That time he was using some Tally software. That life of an asset is 10 years. He already calculated that 5 years in the Tally system. Now he purchased the SAP. We are implementing 2009 SAP system for your client. Okay. So now these assets we are uploading into the SAP system. Fine. But now you want to give 10 years here? No. Only remaining life you want to give. So remaining life, when you are using SAP from 2009, still how many years you have to calculate for that asset? 5 years. Is it? This is when we have to use this option. We are uploading the old assets from non-SAP to SAP system. But now onwards, 2021 onwards, you are purchasing any asset. Sorry, 2009 SAP is using. From 2009 onwards, he is purchasing some new asset. Means for them, no need to. From the 2009 onwards, the asset acquisition value, sorry, life of an asset is 10 years. Entire 10 years, you are calculating in SAP system. For that, no need to select. But here, the asset is purchased in 2004. They already calculate 5 years in the old system. The remaining 5 years, I have to calculate in the new system. In this case, we use at the time of uploading master data, we can use this. Understood? Any questions?
No, madam. Understood.
No, ma'am.
Save it. Yeah. So what I did, I create the straightened method. Okay, I given the percentage 5%. I given the base value. I told the system calculate on the acquisition value. Next, let me create N12. Okay. Let me create N12 for WDV. New entries. Validity start date. The date when I want to start using an asset. Save it. Levels. New entries. Acquisition year. There's a periods here. The base value is net book value, right? In case of WDV, net book value after deducting the depreciation. On net book value, you want to calculate, right? That is called net WDV. Percentage. How much? Say, straight line method I have given 5. Okay, let us give this 6%. Okay, save it. Fine. Now, okay, so this is called multi-level method. And finally, we have to specify the period control method. What is period control method? Period control method means from which month you want to calculate the depreciation. Suppose, let me give one more, N16. Here, acquisition, when you purchase an asset, in case when you purchase an asset, from which month you want to calculate the depreciation. Here you can see at mid-year, whenever they purchase, suppose your client financial year is January to December, say for example. Okay, so they purchased in the February, but they want to calculate when? At mid of year. From June onwards, they want to calculate. Whenever they purchase. Okay, so this month they purchased in June. Sorry, they purchased in the January, but they want to calculate the depreciation from the next month. In case here, next quarter. So in different countries, they follow this method. But in India, pro rata period started the month when I purchase, obviously. Pro rata means the month when I purchase. If I purchase on June, yes, I want to calculate the depreciation. If I am using that asset, yes, I want to calculate from the month of June itself. Okay, that is called prorated period start date. Okay, understood? Any questions?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in case of any addings to the adding, it means you adding any submaster to the main asset, any submotor to the main asset. So adding that case also I want to use the pro rata. Retirement, when you sell an asset, suppose I sold an asset June month ending, I want to calculate up to June retirement in case of sale. In all the cases, the month when I did the transaction. Okay, that is the meaning of pro rata. This is transfer. Suppose you are transferring an asset from one profit center to another profit center, one cost center to another cost center. Okay, pro rata. Okay, in all the cases, I want to use pro rata period start date. Save it. Okay, so go back. So these four methods now I define base method declining. This is not required. Base method declining, multi-level, period control. So now I'm ready to create the depreciation key. New entries, depreciation key. So here I'm creating a depreciation key as straight line method. Okay. Depreciation to the day checkbox. Here, why depreciation to the day? Suppose in the period control method, I told the system, suppose if I sold an asset in the June, I told the system up to June, please calculate the depreciation. I told them. Here I'm giving the date. Suppose in June 15th, I sold an asset. You want to calculate on up to June 15th or month ending of June 30th of June. Tell me. You sold an asset 15th of June. You want system to calculate depreciation 15th of June or you want to wait up to 30th of June?
15th.
Huh? No. If I sold an asset on June 15th, you have to calculate up to 15th only, right? You sold in it from 16th onwards, the asset is not there with you. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is called depreciation to the day. In period control method, I told the system month up to this month. Here, date when I sold. Suppose I sold 15th of June. Please calculate on up to June 15. That is called, we see that, okay? Depreciation to the day checkbox. Okay.
Madam,
So,
this option, when we have to give, madam?
huh? What's
This
it?
option, when we have to give?
I didn't get you.
This option, when we have to
Option,
give?
no, you have to select, not a when. So you have to select this.
Then we don't know when we have to sell the, we
When
don't know, madam.
no. Whenever you sell or not, that is not important. If you don't sell also, okay. When you sell it, the system can trigger out this option.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, when you sell only, it can take this option, obviously. If you
Okay.
don't sell, yes, it will be like that only. Whether you sell in the future or not, you just by default, you have to select this option. If you sell that asset only, system will consider this. Otherwise, why it will consider? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now here go for calculation method. This I given as a straight line method. New entries. Now I have to assign the methods. Depreciation type. Here also you have to specify finally ordinary depreciation. So there are so many, we have to show the depreciation according to books of accounts, special tax depreciation, but we are calculating the according to for our books of accounts, account standard. Okay, phase, from which date? From the start of depreciation. Means when I use an asset, I want to calculate the depreciation. Base method, 014. What is that? No calculation of depreciation once the life of an asset is over. Declining balance method, no decimal factor, no maximum percentage. From the first year onwards, I want to show the 100% depreciation. This is period control method, right? Multi-level method. For straight line method, I have given 5% and I have told the system, I told the system calculate the depreciation on acquisition value, right? So what is that? N1, N11, right? Straight line method. That straight line method I'm going to assign here. So now finally I'm going to tell the system this is the straight line method. This is just description I'm giving. Here I'm telling this is a straight line method. Okay, save it. So in the same way, we can create the WDV. In the WDV depreciation key, how to assign the multi-level method, that is N12. Okay, the remaining all are same. Okay, go back. Create one more, N17 I create. Okay. These are all are common. Only this I have to change. This I created as N12. Okay, here I have to specify as declining balance. Okay, save it. Go back. So these two depreciation keys you have to activate. Don't forget. Okay, you have to activate this. Otherwise, it will not come into. When you are creating a set master, you have to select the depreciation key, right? If you don't activate, it will not come there from the drop down list. So select both, activate. Yes, now they are activated. You can see the status also here. Okay, save it. Yes. So I create the depreciation key. Okay, two depreciation key. Like this, we can create depreciation keys. Okay. Next is, yes, we are ready to create the asset to master. So, but before asset to master, so we have to create the cost centers, because in the asset to master, I have to give the cost center, right? So cost centers, what I'll explain you in the CO model again. Okay. Okay. Just for this asset accounting purpose, let me create two cost centers. What is cost center? Cost center is where exactly the production is going on. This is the part of CO. CO structure is what? Shrenu, what is the CO structure? I explained in the beginning of the class. What is the CO structure? Swarna? Vishwanath?
Ma'am, it only have two levels.
Huh?
It only have two levels.
Tell me.
It's cost center and
Controlling area and the cost center.
What?
Controlling area and cost center, ma'am.
Under that, cost centers. Okay. Controlling area, under controlling area, cost centers. Okay. So in the basic settings in the FI itself, I create the controlling area. I explained the reason also. why I create the controlling area when I'm there in the FI itself. Actually, that is a part of CO. You may think when we implement the CO model, we can create that. Why I have to create the controlling at the time of FI itself? I told you, no? Under controlling area, we have to create the cost centers. Cost centers are nothing but where exactly production is going on. By using the cost center, I can able to know the cost of our product. Finally, I'll collect all the cost incurred in from all the cost centers so that I can fix the cost of my product. So in the cost centers, again, I have to assign the profit centers. Suppose cost center A, it is working for the steel product. Steel profit center, I should assign into the cost center A. I will show you where I can create this. Cost center KS01. Okay, so department A, say for example, enter. Extract, maybe this is not our controlling area. Extra set controlling area. By default, A22, another controlling area is coming. Okay, cost center A 01. Here, I'm creating one cost center. Person responsible, any person, category, you have to specify what type of category of cost center it is, production department. Hierarchy, I created at the time of controlling area hierarchy. So this hierarchy I can assign in the next cost center B, cost center C, cost center D, in all the cost centers, I'll assign this hierarchy. So finally this hierarchy I'll give in the report when I execute, so that it will show all the cost centers data together. This is for reporting purpose. I have to give in all cost centers. Okay, where I created, you remember this I created at the time of controlling area. So currency. Now profit centers. This work for the steel. So that time I create the controlling area at the time of FI. Suppose one person from end user F-02 is posting the salaries to cost center A. Okay, so when you post salaries to cost center A, he will give cost center A debit. Okay, so that your CO is updated. Cost center is a part of CO model. He posted salaries debit of cost center A. Obviously, your cost center is updated means CO is updated. When cost center A is updated means when CO is updated, again you want to update the profit centers, I mean FI part? No, because profit centers are assigned into the cost centers. Department A is updating means again still profit centers are updating means your FI is also updating automatically. So these profit centers where I can create, actually I create these profit centers under controlling area. I already created that time. Do you remember? Without giving controlling area, I can't create a profit centers. So to create the profit centers, first I have to create the controlling area. That is the reason in the FI itself I created and just left like that, so that I can able to create the profit centers. Understood what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let me create one more B. If you want, you can copy from A. All are okay. A. Let me change only description. Here, say for example, this is work for the cement. You can give the cement. Okay, save it. I create the two cost centers also. Now, yes, I ready to create the asset master. Where we can create the asset master AS01. cost centers KS01. So this is also master data. I told you GL, vendors, customers, assets, profit centers, cost centers. These all we create directly in the production server through LSMW. Okay, so whatever I'm creating here, this is for my testing purpose. Okay, because cost centers at the time of implementation we create, but in the future, whenever they need, they can create from SAP Easy Access. This is the screen is there. KS01 is you can create the cost center from SPRO or you can create from the SAP Easy Access. Why they have given two options means after implementations, there are some master data like GL, vendor, customers, assets, profit centers, cost center. These are the master data. It has to be created by the end user sometimes. So that is the reason some screens are available in the SPRO as well as SAP Easy Access. Okay. So KS01, we can create this cost center. AS01 is for next set class. How I'm creating asset class with reference to asset, asset to master I'm creating with reference to asset class. Is it? Enter. Capitalization date. When you want to purchase, capitalization date means when you are going to get registered, when you are going to purchase this asset. Okay. I want to purchase. Before you purchase any asset, there should be master data. Before you are doing transaction with the vendor, there are the vendors, right, in the master data. So in the same way, before you purchase any machinery, there should be details of that machinery in the form of asset master in your system. Okay. Time dependent data. Here, for which cost center it is going to work. I just created cost center A. Depreciation area. Okay, let me assign N1. What is this? Straight line method. How many years you want to calculate? 10 years. You want to give 2 months. You can give the periods also. 10 years, 2 months, or 10 years, 6 months, or whatever. Okay. From which date you want to calculate? You have to give the date. I want to calculate from April. If I don't give any date here, okay, what it will take? No, system will take from here. N1, not that. Maybe it is not activated. Oh, N1 6, okay. So if I don't give the date, system will take from here. System will take from here, April 1st. If you give the date, suppose you are purchasing April 1st, capitalization date means you are purchasing April 1st, but you are using on 10th. You want to calculate on 10th. System will calculate on 10th. If I don't give any date, it will take from this date. It will take from there, this April 1st. When, if I don't give the date, if I give the date, it will take from here. Okay. So, but I want to calculate on April 1st. Okay. Save it. When I have to purchase this asset for April 1st. Okay. So next, let me create another 2 asset masters also. Okay, let me create, this is 1001 0. So whenever it is 0, that is the main asset, right? I told you. Suppose, okay, by taking this 1010 asset in the future, like May, the month of May, I'm expecting to purchase one asset, motor, some sub motor. I want to add some sub motor to whom? To this 1010 asset. So before you purchase that sub asset also, you should maintain the master data. I mean, you have to create the sub asset master. Why sub asset master? This I created with reference to asset class directly. But sub asset master I have to create by copying this one, main asset master. That is the reason we call sub asset master. The T code is AS11. The main asset is created with reference to asset class, whereas AS11. This I will create by using 1001. Understood? 1001. Enter. All are copied, but from machinery, but machinery and one adding. This is motor. Just for identity. So this I want to purchase on May. Yes, this is also work for the department A. All are copied from that machinery. Yes, straight line method only. This is a motor. Just give for 6 years. And I want to calculate from May. When I try to save it, this is I copied from 1001 0. Now 1001 1. Again in the future, if I want to create by copying the 1001 0, the next number is 1001 2. Right? The sub number is going to increase. Now, my question is, sub asset master I created with reference to main asset master, right? Main asset master I created with reference to asset class. In the asset class, I specify the account determinations. By using the account determination, I assign the GL accounts, right or not? How system trigger out the GL accounts when I purchase this main asset, sub asset means sub asset is created with reference to main asset, right or not? Tell me.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Main asset, how I created with reference to asset?
Asset class.
Yes. In asset class, what I specified? Account determinations, is it?
Yes,
Account
ma'am.
determination, screen layout, number range.
Yes, but we are talking about the GLs here. Okay. So in account return, by using the account determination, I assign the GLs. How system will when I purchase this asset, how GL is going to update? Means these are the integration rules. 4 integration rules between asset to GL. It is there in the first page. Asset accounting is based on 4 rules. In my document, it is not there, but in your document, it is there. Check this and note down those. So now you can understand. If I tell this in the beginning of the class, you can't understand anything. So that is the reason I didn't explain this. Okay. So these are the integration rules. Okay. So let me purchase one more asset. Okay, so two assets I purchased. Let me purchase one more, create, not purchase, sorry. Main asset, that is car. Then I want to create the car AS01, main asset master creation. Okay, I want to create one car. Let me take the car asset class vehicle. This also I want to purchase car for N16 company code. This I want to purchase June, okay, sorry, May. May itself I want to purchase. Cost center A. I want, okay, from June, sorry, May, right? April, May. So I created 3 asset master. I supposed to buy two on May 1st. One is I purchased on April 1st. So these we can purchase tomorrow. Okay. So I created 3 asset master. Machinery is created, motor is created, car is created. Is it? So I have to purchase this one by one. So we can do this tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.